Hi, you all. Welcome back to the channel In Pursuit of Life with Sabrina. It's late. I'm just now getting to my video that I wanted to post today. But if you've not subscribed, please do. And if it's your first time, welcome. On this channel, what I aim to do is to talk about the healing journey in real time that we go through when we're surviving cancer or chronic illnesses and or long-term sicknesses and everything that has to do with pursuing life with that. So it's kind of a wide range of things that I talk about and I will talk about. But one of the things I want to talk about today is feeling guilty. And I have felt guilty for ever since this has all started. Not because of, well, that's not what I want to say. That's not the way I want to say it. Whatever the way I was thinking in my head. I feel guilty because I can't do enough. I have always been a very good person, or a person who was good at being able to cram a lot of stuff into a day and still have time to rest. And I would take days to rest, but I would get a lot done at one time in every area, and I enjoyed it, and I enjoy the end result of things. I like the process, and I love the end result, and then starting something new. And with this healing journey, my body has been very, very weak, and so there's a lot I can't do. And I do deal with persistent concussion syndrome that was just flared up because of the radiation and the chemo. Neurotherapists, they've called it the perfect storm. And I'm going to talk about that later. In a later video, I'm going to go into detail of what that looks like and why it's limited me on a lot of what I can do. So even like with reading books, I used to, up until I guess it was 2018. Hold on, I'm trying to think. It wasn't that long ago. I think 2022. I was not able to read a book, you all, without it flaring up my brain after the chemo and everything. It would be too much, and I would get dizzy and nauseated, like the symptoms of starting a concussion or having a concussion for the first time. And so I saw neurotherapists, and they say when I get that way, I have to slow down. So for a long time, I could not read books off of books. I would have to read them off of like a computer or whatever, and I couldn't do a lot of reading because it would overstimulate my brain. And I learned that when you push past that, you hurt your brain. You go until you can. And so, but at some point, I was able to read a whole book. In 2022, I was on a vacation. I read an entire book. So now I can read, but I can't read like I used to, just be able to read until I just didn't feel like reading anymore. I have to read until my brain can, starts to feel symptoms. And so usually right now, because of all this other stuff I have going on, it's like 5 pages at a time. And that can be a little frustrating. And so I can't even say like I finished a book, within a good time. So I feel guilty about that. I feel guilty that I can't work like I want to because of the strength issues and the pain issues and even the lung issues. I feel guilty that I don't have money. I can't make money. I have these grandbabies. I had so many dreams, you all, of what I was going to do when I had grandbabies. I was going to have my house, and my my kids were going to be able to drop their babies off at my house for a while, and I was just going to do all kinds of fun stuff, the same stuff I did with my kids. And we were going to have like science camps and fun learning things, and we were going to do all kinds of neat stuff. And then I got sick, and I don't have a house for one. I don't have money to do any of those things, and I don't have the energy at this time. And it makes me, what it gives me, now this is something that's going to sound really weird, but it's the truth. And if you feel that way, then hey, I'm with you. The other grandparents, I love them. they are at the place I wanted to be at. And they do all this stuff. You know, the kids are able to go to their home, you know, and stay for a week at a time. And their yard looks like I wanted mine to look. And every time I go to my son and daughter-in-law's house, there's all these packages from the grandmother, and I'm not jealous. I just wish I could be a part of it. But then there's another part of me that's glad that at least one set of grandparents is able to do that. Now, my ex-husband is, of course, in a better financial spot, him and his wife. And so they were able to do a lot too. But as far as the grandparents all together, I'm the only one that is the single one. And I'm the only one with the health issues. And I hate saying that, but right now that's what it is. But I still am able to do a lot, but I feel guilty I'm not able to do more. And I know these feelings of guilt are, they don't, they're not really valid. I didn't cause these situations. If anything, I did everything to keep them from happening. You know, but cancer is not based off of a lot of times how you live. I mean, my cancer was not from bad nutrition or anything. My cancer was from too much estrogen and progesterone in my system. And so that's just from being a woman. And so none of it is valid, but I still feel these feelings, and I feel worthless, which is, I know I'm not. I know I'm not worthless. I know I'm not lazy, because healing is a lot of work. I mean, like right now, I am exhausted just from healing. But I would like to see more results. But one of the things I've had to learn in saying all of that, I've had to learn that slowing down doesn't slow down my healing process. When I was trying to push past all of that, I was slowing down the healing process by like 3 to 6 months at a time. I mean, you all, I used to push after my treatments and stuff to where I couldn't do anything for like 3 months or 6 months. I just could barely do anything. My body would hurt so bad. And it was just like I had just pushed it past its limits. So I learned not to do that, because that slows down the process. And I've been warned many times. So even though I feel lazy, because like there's no curtains in this room, and I've not finished decorating, well, I hadn't felt good. I've got the curtain rod, I bought it, I've got the curtains. Because the beautiful thing about having had my own house is I have a storage full of stuff. So I'm at my mom's house, and you know, I mean, this room is new to me, so I don't have to go buy things. I mean, I have a whole house full of stuff that I choose from that's just sitting in storage. So all my decorations are coming from what I used to have in my house, which was a 3-bedroom house with a den and an extra bonus room, and yeah, so in the living room, of course, all the regular stuff. So so that's a good thing. But having the energy to go do what I want to do has been hard. So, oh, and just before I end this, I did say, I think on my last video that I was gonna, that was one, oh, you all forget that. I videoed so many, or recorded so many videos that I didn't like, because they just, you know, I wasn't saying what I wanted to say. So now I have a plan of what I want to say, because, you know, when you're laying there and you're sick and you're just in bed, a lot of ideas go through your head. And so I was all jumbled, and I had to do a lot of recording to realize, okay, none of that makes sense. We're going to start over. So we're talking about this because this is the way I feel tonight. The end of the day, don't feel like I've accomplished much. But one of the things I have done is I've allowed my body to heal. I did exercise, not as much as I could exercise. And, but as much as my body can tolerate as it's getting over this sickness. Hold up my lungs. Sometimes I get to the point, if I talk too much, I feel like I can't breathe and I start to cough. Oh, we're gonna figure this out. I go see the lung specialist finally on Thursday. So, yeah, we'll figure this out because dealing with the lungs is a whole new thing. I've never had lung issues. So we'll get to figure all that out. Anyway, I don't even remember what I was saying. But I'm just gonna go ahead and end the video. And I'm gonna post tomorrow. And yeah, and just if you have any plans, one of the things I'm gonna do also before I get, before I end this video is I'm going to figure out a plan on how to rewire my brain. And if you have any ideas on that, please share in the comments. And also, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And please comment. It really helps the algorithm. And so, and I have 85 subscribers, which is more than I thought I would ever have. So I'm very grateful for that. But yeah, I want more subscribers because I want to reach more people and to help them. And so, well, I'm going to end. So have courage in adversity. Have courage in pain. Everything you do to move forward, remember, it's not done in vain. Until next video, bye.